So, in looking at some percents and the proportions that we work with, an easy way to work with this is to remember that percent over 100 equals part over whole. You may also see this as percent over 100 equals is over of. So I think that in Ed Ready, they use percent over 100 equals A over B. I like using that part over whole because when you start looking at application problems, those real life problems, it makes more sense when you think of them as parts and wholes. So let's just look at something that's really easy to begin with. And what if I ask you that 8 is what percent of 20? So if I just start with something easy like that, notice that I have the words is and of here. So 8 is, what percent is our unknown, and of 20. So if I use this second formula that I have, then I'm going to have P over 100 equals 8 over 20. And then now we have a proportion set up. So all you have to do is cross multiply. So you're going to do P times 20 to give you 20P. And 100 times 8 to give you 800, and then you'll divide by 20. So you can just take your calculator and do 800 divided by 20, and you should get 40. And this is a percentage, so the main thing here is going to be remembering, is this answer a percent or is it not? Let's do another example similar to this using those more simple terms before we move into an application problem. So what if I say 18 is 75% of what number? Okay, so here we have 18 is, we've got our percent, we do not have our of, so this will be our unknown. So I'm going to use that percent over 100 equals is over of. My percent is 75, so 75 over 100. Do not put that percent sign because then your calculator is going to start converting a percent, and you want to make sure that you're just doing the 75 over 100 because 75 over 100 shows that that is a percentage. Equals 18 is our is and our of is x. So now I'm going to solve by doing my cross multiplying again. So 75 times x gives me 75x, and 18 times 100 gives you your 1800, and then you want to divide by 75 on both sides to get that x by itself. So 1800 divided by 75 gives you 24. So this is actually a whole because that's our base, that of part. So this is just 24. So 18 is 75% of 24. So what if I have that 33 students out of 50 studied math? What is the percent? So what percent studied math? So I'm going to think about this as percent over 100 equals part over whole. Here you've got to figure out, okay, which one is my part and which one is my whole. So my of 50 students, if you go back and think about that, percent over 100 equals is over of, that one's pretty easy to show me. Okay, well that has to be my whole because it's also the of part. So we know we don't know our percent. What is the percent? So I'm going to do P over 100 equals, and then our denominator here is going to be 50. My part is the 33 students out of the 50. So that's my numerator. And now you should be able to cross multiply to solve. So that's going to be 50p. And then you're going to do 33 times 100. That gives you your 3,300, and then divide by 50. And we get 66%. You may also see this as discount and sell price problems. So let's say that there is a TV for, it's regularly $6.99, and it has a discount of 20%. So what is the sell price? So for this type of problem, you would want to think of it as part and whole. So I have 20 over 100 equals, we don't know the discount amount. I'm going to call this D. But we know that the original price is $6.99. So then you can cross multiply to solve. So I'm going to have 100D and then 20 times $6.99. So 13980. So you should get 13,980, and then divide by 100. And that is $139.80. Now remember, this is just the discount amount. So if I'm looking for what is the sell price, then I need to do the original price minus the discount amount to get my sell price. So $6.99 minus 139.80, and that gives you 559.20. So that's our sell price. So now we could look at, okay, well, if this is the sell price and I'm purchasing this, I'm also going to have to pay sales tax. So how do we do a sales tax problem? So to look at sales tax, let's go with a shirt is purchased that cost $25, and the tax rate is 7.75%. Again, let's look at it as that percent over 100 equals part over whole. And I'm going to be looking for that total price, or the total amount you're having to pay. So I'm going to do 7.75 over 100 equals, I do not know the tax amount, but I have what the price of the shirt is. And now you can do your cross multiplying to solve. So 7.75 times 25 gives you 193.75, and then divide that by 100, and you get 193.75. We are talking about money, so you want to make sure that you end up rounding at the very end. So I'm going to do my $25 plus 1.94, and this gives you $26.94 as your total price. That's your total price that you're paying, tax plus the shirt. If there's anything else that you have questions about for percents and proportions, let me know.